Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Sports Geek. Errol here. Man, do we have a lot. We have a lot to talk about. Why is this up? Pull that up in a second. Lots to talk about today. Where do I start? Let's start with the Brian Cashman interview. Let's start there. So, okay, Brian Cashman had an interview earlier in the week with Sal Licata and BT. I think the guy's name is Brendan Tierney or something like that. I apologize if I don't know his name. But they were talking about, how the trade deadline went, things like that. I know some people are still stewing. I still see people on X stewing how the Yankees didn't do enough. So, like I said, I can't disagree with them, but we have what we have. We got to move on. We got to move on and pray that we can do with what we have. Plus, we got some good pieces coming back, so we'll see. Did they do enough? No, I agree. They didn't do enough. But for now, like I said, it's what we have. So on a previous show, I said that there was an article that broke, according to Ken Rosenthal from the Athletic, that the reason why Cashman didn't pull the move for Jack Flaherty was because of medicals. Now, during this interview, and this is what I find very odd. So I consider Cashman to be very honest and he's as transparent as he can be, because he can't speak about everything, right? He can't badmouth a player about their medicals, right? Like, for example, suppose somebody wants to hire you for a job, right? Take baseball out of the aspect. They want to hire you, but the company's aware that you have a heart problem or a heart disease or diabetes. They go, oh, why are we hiring this guy? Like, he's broken down. That's a liability. He could, he's transporting medical equipment for us. He could pass out at the steering wheel. No, we're not hiring him. So most companies don't really know your situation. Yes, they give you health insurance. Yes, you go health, but unless you disclose things to your boss, most companies don't know what ailments or problems you might have, unless it's really going to affect them, like something psychological or whatever. I don't know. You're a serial killer. I don't know. Whatever. So a GM, I don't believe a GM can just disclose player health information or badmouth the player because of their health concerns. So he has to really, from what I'm gathering, pick and choose what he says very carefully, because Jack Flaherty is a free agent at the end of the year. So think about this. If Brian Cashman said, yeah, his back's all fucked up, there's no way I was taking him. Do you really think Jack Flaherty is going to get any offers from any possible teams at the end of his free agency? There might be a team that wants to take a flyer. Who knows? But do you think the other 29 teams out there are going to sit there and, with that information that Cashman's giving, that Jack Flaherty has issues? So he can't really say it. So what he kind of worded was the fact that they couldn't marry up in value. He kept saying that word value. Here's what I think, folks, and maybe I'm wrong. Once again, I don't know Brian Cashman. I didn't call him up. He didn't tell me this. Just my opinion. Cats bother me over here. Anyway, so I'm thinking that they had a deal in place for Jack Flaherty, right? The medicals came back, right? And Cashman said, this could be another Frankie Montas. This could be another player I'm bringing over here that might not even play for us in the postseason because there's some concerns. He probably went back to the Detroit Tigers and said, hey, listen, there's some issues here. We can't give you a Spencer Jones and a Chase Hampton if that's what you're looking for. I don't know what they were asking for, right? We can't give you 2 top 100 prospects. Not going to happen. But we can give you, Chase Hampton and one of our top 20s, in our system. And at that point, Detroit was probably like, screw you. I'm not dealing with this. They called the Dodgers, who probably were in contact with them all day as well, and said, what can you offer us for Jack Flaherty? And possibly despite the Yankees, who knows, or whatever, they went with a lower prospect offer. What I mean by a lower prospect offer is, if I were to look up top 100 MLB. Oh my God. You have no idea what came up. Prospects. Okay. So if I were to look this up, right? And if I look at, I'm just trying to find, I think his name was Theron Lorenzano or something like that. So Spencer Jones is 72. Where is this guy? See, things just changed because prospects got moved around. So Chase Hampton's 80. So where's Theron Lorenzano? He's not going to be under the Dodgers. He was going to be under. He's not even on here? What the teams? Dodgers. They've got two. They've got, oh, he's not there anymore. Duh. It's got to be Detroit. I'm sorry, people. Detroit. Tigers. There we go. He's not there either. Shit. Anyway, top 100. This guy isn't even on there for MLB. Let me share this with you. So you know I ain't lying. There we go. Okay. So that's the screen that I'm on. And if I go all teams, right? Obviously, you see Jackson Holiday. This is per MLB. Looking for Dodgers right here. Or Tigers. Jason Dominguez, 25. Jace Jung, 39 for the Detroit Tigers. Dalton Rushing for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Kevin McGonigal, Detroit, 62. Spencer Jones, 72. Chase Hampton, 80. And that's it. So there's no others when it comes to Detroit or the Dodgers. So he wasn't even in there, I guess, top 100. I don't know. There's another Dodger, Jose De Paula. They didn't trade him. Yeah, so that looks like that's it. Anyway, Jackson Jobe, Max Clark for the Detroit, nothing else. Right. So listen, it is what it is. So they took a lower prospect pool, in my opinion, from the Dodgers, which was that Theron Lorenzano guy. He's a catcher. And there's another prospect that was like in their top 20 or top 30. It didn't make any sense to me. What made sense was when Cashman said about the medicals. Yeah, well, I'm not going to give you a Spencer Jones and a Chase Hampton or a Spencer Jones, or from what I'm hearing on a third report, whether that's true or not, that they were interested in some lower level prospects, like probably like A level. So it could be Roderick Arias. It could be, who knows, lower level prospects. I mean, I wouldn't give up Roderick Arias, but anybody else on the lower levels is on the table. I'll tell you right now. I'm not sure who they were asking for, but it just seems like I said, I think it was the medicals because he can't say it. So he kind of just said we couldn't match up in value. And I can see Cashman going back and saying, dude, I'm not giving you 2 top 100 prospects to take a flyer on this guy. And then he breaks down. It's not going to happen. Or they found like degenerative, some one on X or Twitter said it was the medicals was degenerative disc something, and they had to take 2 cortisone shots. That's not a good look. That's not a good look at all, if that is the case. So yeah, he's pitching great right now. Jack Flaherty's a great pitcher. He's doing his thing, but please remember, he is pitching in Detroit, bigger ballpark. He's a fly ball pitcher. How would he fare in New York? Now, So with that Cashman interview, it kind of threw me for a loop there with Sal and BT. What also was kind of crazy is he kind of defended Gleyber. And once again, don't remember his exact words, but it was something to the fact that he's a good kid, works really hard, we like him, wants to be a Yankee for the rest of his life. Listen, when I heard that, I'm like, are we signing Gleyber at the end of the year? Now, I know a GM has to, most GMs shouldn't talk bad about their players because it doesn't bestow confidence in their players. If you say, yeah, this player is horrible, I'm not signing them. I don't think he can say that, even if he wants to say that. So on that note, he might be fibbing a little or whatever. But I found that really odd. And he doubled down on Clay Holmes. That's our closer. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? So those three things were very disturbing to me because, like I said, usually Cashman's very upfront and honest with how he feels, what he says. Maybe he's watching his P's and Q's because of the fiasco that blew up with him, at the winter meetings. They asked him a lot. They talked about things with urgency. Why it just didn't seem urgent. He defended himself and his staff that they are urgent. They've been urgent over the years. I'm just saying if there was any time to push your chips all in, it was this year. Now, to his defense, and I have to play devil's advocate here. In his defense, what was really available in the market? Think about that for a second. Listen, I wanted Isaac Paredes too. I wanted Yandy Diaz, but how did the Yankees really have the prospect capital and the pool of players that some of these other organizations have to make that many pieces of a trade? I mean, hell, San Diego gave away the keys, the Lambo, the boat, the house in the Hamptons, gave away the farm to get one reliever. I mean, what was in the market? I mean, and honestly, listen, we got Jazz. So far, he's been holding on the fort. Got a couple relief pitchers. We'll see how they do. They're coming from the National Leagues to the American League. It's going to be a different ballgame. The American League's got some serious hitters here. Not taking anything away from the National League, but it's a different zone. It's a different area code. So we'll see how these two hold up. You can't get away with a lot of nonsense you get away with in the National League. So we'll see how Mark Leiter Jr. and Eloy De Los Santos holds up. So I just wanted to touch that briefly on the Cashman interview. Don't want to spend way too much time on it. It just kind of really struck me as odd that the kid was, especially with Gleyber, it almost wrecked my car while I was driving. He's like, yeah, we really like him. He's really cool. Nobody knows how hard he works. We see him. He wants to be a Yankee for life. Really good kid. I was like, damn, dude, seriously? Gleyber's a fucking bonehead. No offense to listen, Gleyber, let me see here. Let's do this, right? Let me kill this one. Let me go here. Gleyber, share. I got so many screens up. You don't even know. Here's Gleyber Torres' splits, okay? 2024, he's got 386 at-bats, 48 runs, 90 hits, 10 home runs, 42 RBIs, 4 stolen bases. He's got 233 batting average, a 309 on base percentage, and a 667 OPS. It's terrible. It's not good, right? What's even more alarming is he's been slumping unnoticeably, but he's been slumping. Last 28 at-bats, 179, 273, 214. Last 15 games, you can say he's doing better. 59 at-bats, 288. This I'll take. Listen, I'll take 270 all day long, right? So, and look at the slugging. Look at the on-base percentage. He's on base more. So he's been slumping a little bit. He hasn't been very good against Toronto, right? So there's a lot going on there. I mean, look at when Gleyber first started. 2018, 271. 2019, 270. I thought this guy was going to be great right here. Regression. Comes back last year. Okay, he's doing some good. And then this year. Just bizarre. Look at the on-base percentage. 800, 820, 872. What's up with this? mean, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but I don't think they should re-sign him. But man, the way how Cashman sounded, it's like this guy's going to be here for a while, and I don't understand how and why, because I seriously thought he and Nestor should have been traded. Once again, just my opinion. So, with that said, let's move on to the next topic. Boone benches Gleyber. Listen to me. When I saw that last night, I thought I had died. I thought I was dreaming. I got up from the couch and I pinched myself. I'm like, did he take him out the game? Did he take him out the game? Listen, Boone, all I got to say is this for you, bro. Bro, listen, here you go. Got this one too. Buddy Christ. Aaron Boone, my man, my main man. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to tell you why I'm impressed with Aaron Boone. For years and years, and time again, Boone has protected his players better than, what's that vault that they keep all the gold, better than Fort Knox. New York Yankee players, if your manager is constantly protecting the nonsense that you guys do on the field, or how you act, or how you behave, and he's taken, and shots are being fired. I wish I had a gun sound effect right now. Shots fired. Dude, you better perform for this man. And I think last night was the night that broke Boone's back. Broke his back. He said, fuck this shit, dude. Get out. And you know what? Hopefully, Gleyber, you learn from this. I don't care if Cashman likes you. I don't care if the whole team likes you. Judge was sticking up for him last night. I was watching some interview on Yes. I know how hard he works. Seriously, bro, dude, just be the captain and shut the fuck up, bro. Seriously. Yeah, you talk to him. Well, don't defend him. Go, yeah, just go, listen, I spoke to him. He knows better. We're in a playoff. We're trying to make it to the playoffs. And each and every one of us, including myself, has to do better on the field. And that's what I'm going to say about it. We talked to it. It's over. It's done with. It's personal, which he did say that. But don't sit there and go and then try and defend him. No, you can't sit there and watch a ball go out because you think it's a home run. Not that cost him the game. Stroman cost them the game, but you can't give the offense hit. Gosman's a pretty good pitcher. They scored 5 runs off him. That's pretty good. If we probably could have won 5-4 if we had a better outing. Yeah, throw Will Warren in there. He only gave up 4 runs against the Phillies. We would have won 5-4. Hypothetically, if Warren was pitching. Hypothetically. I don't know. But usually, no offense against Toronto, they got a shitty offense. Gave up 7 runs or 8 runs. I mean, Jesus Christ, seriously? So no, it's so to me, I think it was a good lesson that Boone did. I think he's had it. He wants the players to try harder, or you're not going to be in there. And honestly, the next topic I want to jump to real quick, and people, just so you don't know, if you don't know, Gleyber hit a ball. I think it was his first or second at bat. He thought it was a home run because it was pretty high, and he just stood there and watched it for a while. And then he ran, then he stopped, and then he ran again. And then I think personally he could have made it to second base if he ran out the box hard to begin with. Because by the time it bounced off the wall and came back in, he should have been at least a quarter of the way towards second, if not close to second base. It seems like Gleyber is not very fast, so who knows if he would have made it. But by him watching and lollygagging that thing, he basically was held to a single. Then when Volpe came up and hit it down the left field line, he got thrown out at home. Where if he was on second base, he would have coasted in and scored a run. And you know what? Even if Stroman gave up those runs, we don't know yet, because the fact that we would have tied the game, it might have took some sales out of Toronto. Like, oh man, we were winning. Now we're tied again. Maybe they don't do. You just never know how that mentally affects a team. Instead, he gets thrown out. They're all hyped up. Yeah, let's go kick some Yankee ass. Right? So it's crazy. So anyway, that's why Boone benched him. He pulled him from the game, and that was it. And listen, I told you on the show before, it's on the players. They have to play to win. They got to play to win. And Boone, A+ for you, man. A++ like a Ralphie from A Christmas Story, bro. A++. Bench all these fuckers. They don't want to play? Sit them down. That's my next segment. Blind Yankee loyalty. Fuck that shit. No way. No freaking way, dude. We are two loyalties players. Hey, Yankees, guess what? If you stop paying them, they're not coming to the stadium. That's why they have a players union. Stop that paycheck from coming every week, every month, or however they get paid, because it's millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars per pay period. You stop that check, you'll see if they show up, because they're not. Stop being so, oh, he's a great guy, he's a great kid. No. If somebody better is performing, put them in. If Jason Dominguez is performing in the minors, you bring his ass up and Verdugo can sit down for a minute. John Birdie comes back, bench Gleyber. Birdie plays second, or shift Jazz to second where he should be and put John Birdie over third. And Gleyber can platoon every now and then between Jazz, or, if Jazz gets tired, it's your time, Gleyber, to come in. There's your bench piece. You're trying to win. And let me tell you something. If you feel that your blind loyalty to these players is what you have to do on how you have to act as an organization, then I'm sorry. You're never going to win a World Series. Ain't going to happen. Because at any given time, if something happens and these players strike, there's no fans in seats because there's no baseball, and you guys are hurting. Having all those employees you have, people to run games, the bills you have to pay, and the players don't show up because of a strike or nonsense because of the players union, that's not fun, right? You can like the guy. You can love the guy. He can love you. He can like you as well. But dude, you're trying to get to the playoffs, which you haven't done in a long time. So this blind loyalty nonsense got to stop. If players aren't performing, or you feel there's something better in the minors that's performing, bring them up. Bring them up. It makes the team, the lineup, the roster, the pitching that much better, and you're going to need it. Right now, Stroman's struggling. We don't know what Garrett Cole's going to be. He's still got some problems. We'll see. Right now, all you got is Carlos Rodon and Nestor and Luis Gil. And I pray every day that kid stays healthy, Luis Gil. So you have some issues. Whether you guys want to admit that you don't have weaknesses or problems that you're trying to sort out, you do have something. So I'm telling you right now, if there are people in the minors that you feel can help, bring them up. Give them a shot. See what you got. Because according to Hal, it might change next year anyway. A lot of people aren't coming back. If you're trying to sign Soto, there's quite a few players I can name off the top of my head that aren't coming back. So the rants and the ravings of a madman. So anyway, the Yankees did win today, although they lost last night. They beat the Blue Jays 8-3. So Rodon is now 12-7 with a 4. I'll just show you this. I will just show you. Oh, let's get rid of Gleyber. And go like that. Voila. There we go. So yeah, they won 8-3. Rodon's 12-7, 4.37 ERA. The since come down. Holmes got the save, 2.8. I was happy for him. He only pitched to one guy, but I was happy he got Springer out. Springer can be dangerous. I was a little nervous, but I'm glad he got him out. So A+ to you, Clay. Thank you for getting him out. Thank you for doing your job. Verdugo, 0-for-5. Soto, 1-for-5. Judge, 2-for-3. I believe Judge hit his 41st home run. Yes. So God bless Judge. Wells kicking ass and taking names, 2-for-4. With a walk and 2 strikeouts. Torres, 1-for-4. Chisholm, 1-for-3. Volpe, 2-for-4. Also, I think Volpe hit a home run today. Ben Rice did not get a hit. LeMahieu, nothing. And Grisham, 1-for-4. So, once again, you can see how the lineup, Cousins came in, did their job. Look at the bullpen. Pretty damn good. So, That's why I told you, the shows. Plus we got more pieces coming back. When Nick Brody comes back, we got a flamethrower. I just don't know who we're going to move to the bullpen. Once Clark Schmidt gets back, I mean, Stroman's pitching like crap. So I wouldn't necessarily go in the bullpen if Stroman was pitching well. So we have a lefty in the bullpen, but I think Stroman might be the person who's going in the bullpen, or I don't know what's going on with Stroman. But Poteet, you know what? Nestor could go into the bullpen. They can activate Clark Schmidt, and then Cody Poteet could be the fourth guy, right? And you still got Nick Birdie back in there. So we're getting some pieces back. And hopefully they'll get in shape and get in time ready for the playoffs. I think we're going to be in the playoffs, hopefully. We just need to make sure we got the best players on the field. And I'm hoping the Yankees don't play around Jason Dominguez or any other prospects they have. Listen, if your Vivas is doing great, call him up, man. Call him up. God bless Gleyber. He was great for all the years he's been with us, but too many errors. You can't, some of the errors he's making is just, it doesn't make any sense. I think I can't. Anyway, people, that's it for me today. Just want to give you an update. From what I was waiting to just gather more research and intel, and that's what I found out. Like I said, I said that it was because of medicals, but once I heard Cashman say they couldn't match up with value, the only thing I can think of was that he went back to Detroit and saying, listen, I can't give you 2 top 100s or a top 100 and somebody else that's really good. I can give you a top 100 and this guy or in this range. And Detroit just said, no, we'll go elsewhere. And they did. So listen, good for them. And it's weird that they took Trey Sweeney. It's just, he's an ex-Yankee prospect. It's just weird. So I'm letting it bother me again. I've been calm about it. So that's it. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and comment if you have an opinion on what I'm saying. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Errol from Sports Geek. Stay well, be safe. Talk to you soon. Bye.